Hey guys, Chad here at the farm. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to showcase a new tool that I got. You guys know how I love new tools. It's an 8,000 pound skidding winch made by TMG, model number FW40T. And I wanted to showcase it a bit today, give it a quick overview, how it's going to operate, and then I'm going to show you. I have a bunch of logs up yonder, and we're going to pull a log with this winch. And you'll see what this winch is going to do for me and how it's actually a game changer in the way I manage my forest here at the Hidden Spring Farm. So this is a skidding winch, and it operates using the PTO on the tractor. It doesn't have a separate engine or anything like that. It's not electrical. It runs off of the PTO off the tractor. Let me just go over some of the features quickly. It's kind of made out of hardened steel. It is made in China, but I mean, a lot of things are. I think this is a rugged piece of equipment. I don't see any manufacturing defects off right away. And really why I got this TMG brand, for those who are wondering, is that it's so much more affordable for what I want to do here in my forest. Like basically there are skidding winches that are manufactured in Ontario, and there's also some that are designed in Ontario, and Wallenstein is a big famous brand here in Ontario. And honestly, the Wallenstein one was $7,000. This was only $3,500, and this is Canadian dollars, mind you. And they're both due 8,000 pounds. For what I want to do here on my farm, I think this unit made the most sense because it's going to do what I need it to do, and it's a much more affordable price. It's got the pivot head right here, and this is where the cable is. There's actually 200 feet of cable wrapped up inside. Actually, this is the connector for your chains. You can see this comes out, and that's your connector there. This shouldn't be able to pull out right now. No. So if you want to free spool this, you have to go here and touch this handle. There's only two settings on it. One is in, one is out. In, out. And if you push it in, it'll let you free spool. And free spooling just means you can take it wherever you want it to go to get to your logs. And this is very important for me on our property here, because take a look. If you look to the backside there where I'm headed, it's all on a mountain. So Oro Mountain is 200 feet in elevation, and I can't get my tractor there. So if there's some trees that I want to cut, how do I get the logs down the mountain? That's where this skidding winch comes in real handy. And you just pull this thing to wherever you want to pull the log. In addition to that, the cable itself is in fact 200 feet. I don't think I would ever want to max out the cable, but you can also attach other things to the end there, like chains or tow straps and things like that, to give yourself a little bit more length. And I've been busy up in that area on and off whenever I get time. You can see I got a bunch of logs here ready to go. I gotta get these brought back to my sawmill because I have a lot of milling to do. This is going to be some amazing lumber. I plan to turn these into some 4x6 beams. It looks like each one I should be able to get 4 inches. 4 inches here and 4 inches here, and then 6 inches this way. So we'll see. That one's a bit small. I'll probably only get one, but some of these are a good size. It also has a bunch of places for you to hang your chains. You can see the little groove there. So you just lock your chain in like so. And this is just a choker chain that I have already. You can buy a new one if you have to. Once you get the PTO going, it doesn't pull the cable right away. That's what this lever is for. This is to engage the clutch. And you just pull this, and it's kind of like a variable speed. The more you pull it, the faster the cable will tow. And this plate down here is kind of on an angle, and that's to dig right into the ground there, because you want some structure right here. So this is like gouged into the earth. So as you're pulling, it's not going to pull your tractor this direction. And I don't think you want to be pulling anything from the side, you know. If your tractor's kind of in such a weird angle, you don't want to be pulling from the side, or at least heavy stuff in any case. That's where you use some snatch blocks and pulleys and stuff to go around trees. But I haven't even got there yet. One thing at a time. I guess they also give you this big protective cage here so that when you're pulling anything, if the cable breaks and it comes flying towards your tractor, it's not gonna smash your windows. So that's always handy, and it is removable as well. So I mean, just picture it and imagine for a second me working in the forest. I usually work alone, so I need to have a nice setup for myself so that it's safe, easy, and efficient. But this is the forest. It goes uphill, all the way up there. So I don't know really how one would get all the logs back. Once you've felled your tree and you're got it cut up and limbed and bucked and all that, how are you supposed to get it down? That's where this winch comes in handy, and I'm really excited to get it working. So we're gonna, I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is get this pulled to where I have a bunch of logs over there. I'll show you what I'm working on as well. All the people who watch my channel regularly are going to be excited about that, because that's a future project. Just before I continue on, I'm gonna get this log. It's a pretty good softwood here, and I'm gonna go right down that angle right there towards the tractor. And I'll show you what I've been working on up here. Here's another 12-foot log that I gotta get down. This got hung up in the tree, so I have to deal with that. As I'm cutting trees, there's a whole bunch of stumps that I want to dig out up here. And if you just take a quick scan, you'll see there's like a massive tree right there that I've dropped, right? There's a massive tree over there that I've dropped. And there's another one here, and there's like one way over there. So if we go, I'll show you. It was right here, and I dropped that one back that way. So right in this little clearing area right here where you see I've dropped all these trees, I'm going to be building a little cabin in the woods. And I think it's going to be built based on the type and size of trees that we have here in our forest. It's probably going to be square logs that are 4 inches by 6 inches, and I have a little bit of an idea as to how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a fun future project, and I've been dreaming about this since getting this farm 5 years ago. But of course, the first thing you have to think about in any of this is the site. I think this is a great site. There's a road to get to over there, and it's relatively flat. I'll have to do a little bit of leveling with the excavator, but that's okay. And all the trees that I had to cut right here, every one of them except for one was already cut off at the top because we had an ice storm back last winter, and every one of these trees was probably going to die anyways, except for one. There was one tree that was in the way, and I had to drop it, and it was looking like it was still good. So I think I have all the trees cut that I need in order to make a nice little cabin in this space right here. So that's going to be wicked awesome. And so that's something to look forward to on the channel. I have no idea when I'm going to get to building it, but you have to understand that getting all the trees cut, getting them limbed, getting them bucked, getting them now skidded down the mountain, and then getting them back to the sawmill, and then milling everything, that's a lot of work, and it's going to take some time. And I'm going to stay patient, because you got to when you're up in the woods. You don't want to do anything unsafe. So anyways, that's that. Let's get this log hooked up, and we'll get this winch tested for the first time. So this is a choker chain style. The more this gets pulled, this continues to get tight, so it kind of somewhat prevents the chain from slipping off the end of the log. But as I start pulling this cable down there, this log should turn this way and then hopefully just pull straight through all that brush right there. But we'll see how it gets through that junk. That's a good test for it. Yeah, that's a good test for it. 8,000 pounds is a lot. I don't know. You could just get a lot of weight pulled with 8,000 pounds. But I'm keeping all these logs somewhat trimmed to 12 feet, no more than 12 feet. So that way they're manageable. And when I actually get to the point that I'm stacking up the logs on the cabin, it's manageable because they're just in 12-foot pieces. I'll get the PTO up to 540, but this is the lever that you have to pull to get the cable to pull. So let's do it. So far so good. It's right there. Woo! I just shortened up on the chain because I want this to be able to get lifted off the ground. That's why they designed this, for the log to hit up against this. Then you just hook it onto here, or I could hook it onto this side. Take this off. Pretty close to what I got to do. It's lifted up off the ground. It's going to hit up against the plate. The chain's locked in. You got room to do 2 or 3 more logs, and you can just pull it now. That is awesome. That's exactly what I needed. And it's not hard to operate either. Woo! 8,000 pound skidding winch added to my arsenal of tools here at the Hidden Spring Farm, and this is all gonna assist in me building my farm, managing my forest. Yeah, I'm pumped. Well, I got it down here in front of the chicken house. I'm gonna have to figure out a route for me to go. It's pretty straight from the forest. But that was pretty straight. I suppose there was a little dip around the duck area there up in the orchard. But I got it right here because what I can do is get the forks on the tractor and then use the forks to maneuver it now. I just need to use that to bring all the logs down. I didn't use the forks because I needed the bucket to bring my chainsaw just in case. But yeah, so that's that. Pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked. Are you guys checking out the log? That's not a roost for you guys. It's too big. I gotta turn it into some lumber. Okay, Red? You get off my log. I know, you guys all want snacks. You always want snacks. Always want snacks. I gave them a watermelon, but look, they've eaten all the watermelon. That's okay. One of the things you have to think about, I guess, when you're doing skidding like that is that the log skids along the ground, hence the term skidding. So, you know, if you have like a nice area that you don't want to get gouged by the log, then don't bring your logs there. So I need to figure that out exactly. And of course, don't hit your chickens. That's never a good thing. Whew. That's amazing. What a day. I'm pretty happy about it though. I got it all connected, pleased, used for the first time. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's not every day that I get a new piece of equipment, but I like to showcase these things and maybe assist or inspire any other homesteader or small farmer, just like I've been inspired once. Stay tuned for Thursday when there's another episode, and that'll be a vlog, you know, all the animals and me doing stuff around the farm. So in case you don't like this kind of video, that's for you on Thursday. But I do appreciate all your support and watching and liking and commenting and all the stuff that you guys do on a regular to help me boost my channel and somehow trigger that YouTube algorithm to make us go up and success and continue growing. So I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode, okay? And in case you like this sort of thing, I'll put a video up on the screen. It's a video that I did a little while ago. I got stuck in the woods, and I didn't do as well as I hoped. I thought it was an interesting video. I was clearing a roadblock, and there's a lot of equipment use and excavator use and tractor and chainsaw stuff, and I don't know, I thought it's interesting. If you like forestry, maybe you might like that video as well.